Attention all of my failed dieters. Are you embarrassed by the number of times you've started and failed a diet? Are you still looking for that one plan, that diet or exercise program that can help you lose the weight and keep it off for good? My name is Jordan Davies and I'm with Complete Performance. And today I'm here to show you how to lose weight after you've tried everything. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to set up your goal for success and identify any obstacles that could stand in your way. Then we're going to dive into how to honestly reflect on your actions and what it is that you're doing and how that might be interfering with your chances for success. Last thing is a little bit of creativity. It's always required to help you get the best possible results. But I'm going to give you my tips on getting creative to finally lose that weight and keep it off. The first thing we want to go through is goal discovery. More often than not, we fall off track in our weight loss journey because we don't really have a specific enough goal that we're working towards to really drive us through and push us through the challenge. If you're climbing a mountain and you can see that top, you're going to keep going. But when it's really hard at the bottom, it's really hard to keep motivating yourself to climb higher and higher. So think about what it is that you really want. Get very specific in your goal. Set some measurable action steps to go along with it. Make sure that it's realistic and make sure you give it a time frame. If you've ever heard of SMART goals, it's a great way for outlining your goal, adding specificity to it, and really giving you that clear picture time frame. If you've heard me talk about fat loss before, if you've heard me talk about goal setting before, you hear that I like to think of things like creating a picture. We're not trying to create 5-year-old stick figure artwork. We're trying to create magnificent Van Goghs and Picassos with great detail, expressiveness, and emotion. Because when we have that, when it's just not a stick figure outline, we can see it and we can really put the pieces into play to create that, to build that work of art. Then, once we've created that goal and really given that clear picture taste inside of our mouth, then we start to identify the obstacles. And the best way to do that is to look at the time frame. You want to lose 15 pounds in 3 months, but you're here today. How do we get there? We have to look at what stands between us. If we look at where we are today, that can seem daunting and overwhelming to look at where you are. I always recommend working backwards from your goal. You want to lose 15 pounds in 3 months? Okay, where do you want to be in 2 months? Let's say for easy simplicity's sake, you want to be down 10 pounds in 2 months. Great. Where do you want to be in 1 month? Okay, so if I want to be down 10 pounds in 2 months, 15 pounds in 3 months, I should probably want to be down about 5 pounds in 1 month. Set yourself some time frames. Then look individually. What do I need to do to lose 5 pounds every month? What action steps do I need to do every day? How do I need to eat? How do I need to exercise? What behaviors and habits do I need to change? And identify any obstacles, sacrifices, or changes that you need to make. And don't be afraid to really honestly ask yourself, can I do this and am I willing to sacrifice this? If you look at an obstacle and you just move past it, you go around it, at some point it's going to come back up. That detour is going to get back to you. But if you want to be truly successful and finally lose that weight for good, you look at the obstacle and figure out how to go through it or around it instead of off to the sides, avoiding it. We want to get clear through it, work through any obstacles, identify any sacrifices or challenges ahead of time to eliminate the decision fatigue when it actually comes up. What's your biggest challenge in weight loss? Drop a comment below with your biggest challenge so that I can continue to produce videos just like this one, share it to this channel, and help you find your solution to losing that weight for good. The next thing we need to do is really do an honest review of our efforts and our actions. If we're not honest in this journey, we're going to really be floating along, trying to get to that end goal. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be able to look at your actions and be able to acknowledge that you might not have made or put forth your best effort and that there are ways that you can work around it, that you can step that up for the next time. But that doesn't come without honesty. Take a look at the diets you've tried in the past. Ask yourself if you honestly have done everything you possibly could. If you mastered the number of calories. If you stressed and challenged yourself to the best of your abilities in your workouts. Did you manage your stress recovery? Were you getting enough sleep? Be honest about it, because giving that detail and providing that honest feedback on that can really help to enlighten your coach, yourself, and others on how to direct you and point you in the right direction in your program. That's only going to help you get better results. But if you're not honest about it, if you kind of forget to mention that you had some chocolate after dinner, you took a handful of chips when you ordered Chipotle at home, you added a little bit here, you added a little bit there, or you skipped meals and didn't say anything, or you went through workouts and you kind of just coasted through without really challenging yourself. Take an honest reflection of that. If you want to remove a lot of those honest questions you have to ask yourself and just have a training program that you can really benefit from and know that you're going to be challenged day in and day out, click subscribe to this channel. Each and every week, I'm putting out training videos designed to help continue to challenge and push you and stress you in the appropriate way so that you can get the results that you desire. The last thing we need to do is get creative, which for me as a coach is one of the best things, because it really gives me an opportunity to pull a lot of the things that I've learned from different corners and help give them to you to make you the most successful you can be. This may be using carb cycling. It may be calorie cycling. It may be applying certain numbers of refeeds in certain days, adjusting meal times, using different food items or food groups to help you see the best results, to manage your hunger, to curb your cravings. It requires getting creative, which also requires you to approach it with an open mind and have some accountability, some direction to go about this. If you are working alone to just get creative with things and you try every new diet plan out there, you're going to drift along from program to program to program and wonder why you never see any results. Creativity comes at a cost. I'm not talking a financial cost. It just takes some time. It takes some effort and really looking at what does work for you. One thing I've gotten really creative with clients with lately, especially during summertime, is using a 5-2 split for calories. We're going to go really high on calories for 5 days, Monday through Friday, where most people are pretty stressed. They're putting in a lot of work, both in the gym and in their lives all together. And then 2 days where we're going to adjust and allow for a little bit different setup for the weekend. Maybe not put such a high expectation on calories over the weekend. This can also be adjusted and utilized differently for a different training program. You may have rest days on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so we'll load you up with some additional calories to help you handle the stress of the days between. So many ways to get creative in fat loss. You can talk about creativity in exercises, utilizing more exercises during your workday at home while you're working at your desk. More ways to boost NEAT and get active, burn more calories. You don't need to stick to the same old thing that you've tried time and time again and hasn't produced the results you desire. Find out what's worked for you. And then let's get creative on those things that have worked to get you the best possible results. Maybe the thought of losing 15 pounds in 3 months stresses you out. Good news, it doesn't have to. You can use all the creative tools you want, but if you still feel stressed and overwhelmed by it, it's going to be really hard to maintain that fat loss. But if you want to know how to lose 15 pounds without the stress, click the link in the description below. I've put together a free one-page guide on how I simplify and really create a stress-free fat loss model for all of my clients. Thanks for watching.